is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop
on KRBE.
All right, I want to run you guys in about 19 minutes. We're going to give you the first keyword away for the Taylor Swift trip, where it's 2 tickets to the Eras Tour, 2 round-trip airfare, 2 nights hotel, $500 in spending cash. There are 4 keywords a day, 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m., and that is going to be your first keyword at 8 o'clock. Now, I also want to open the phones while I'm doing the scoop at 713-390-KRBE because Ahmad just talked to someone who was on hold, and I wish we had his name, but he's stuck on the East Texas Freeway, and he has been stuck on the East Texas Freeway for like an hour and 10 minutes because it is shut down at Rankin Road because of a deadly car accident. And if you look at TxDOT, if you go to the website for Houston TransStar where it tells you the incidents and roads closures, it was logged and verified at 4:22 a.m.
It started.
Jeez.
That was logged and verified at 4:22 a.m. It is 7:42.
3 hours and 20 minutes later.
And it says it's still shut down. Vehicles involved: left shoulder, right shoulder, left lane, right lane, 3 center lanes.
The
That's
majority
everything.
of people, you just go to work and you go, oh, I think it's going to be normal.
Right, or
don't
I'll be
check your
like,
ways
and
or
Rebecca,
something.
and he was calling in because Becca Parker was underestimating the time. I swear, I thought at one point she said it was a 20-minute delay. There's no way it's a 20-minute delay if it's shut down.
Yeah.
And the lines that we've been seeing. So sorry to that guy who was calling and I couldn't get you. I don't know your name, but thanks for calling in because that you are in this very distinct group who's listening to the Rule and Ryan show and you're just stuck there.
You're running out of gas.
As keyed up as you get, just remember somebody lost their life. Somebody's life is
I don't think
over.
they're keyed up. People are just confused and just, like, if you're running down empty in your tank,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
or you
that'd
had a
be
bran muffin
terrifying.
and a coffee this morning,
Yeah.
things could be dire.
Okay, and I'm also going to give everybody a chance to win these, but especially if you're stuck in traffic, you might as well try and win these tickets. Missy Elliott is coming to town, y'all.
Nice.
Missy Elliott's going to be here Saturday, July 20th at Toyota Center. The tickets go on sale on Friday, April the 12th at 10 a.m. So you're winning them before you can even buy them. Busta Rhymes will be there. Timbaland's going to be there. Sierra's going to be there. You can visit ToyotaCenter.com for all the information and buy tickets, or try and win some right now. Call her 713-390-KRBE. Missy Elliott tickets for you. Again, it's Saturday, July the 20th at the Toyota Center. Be so happy it's at Toyota Center
I was
because
saying
there's air conditioning
smart.
in July, not outside. We've got another pair of tickets coming up at 8:40 as well. Okay, so Melrose Place in the 90s. OMG. America could not wait for these episodes. We just talked about this, I think, like 2 weeks ago when we were talking about like stars who get like extra billing in the credits. It'll be like, and Heather Locklear as Amanda Woodward, because she's the one that caused such a stir. Like in the soap opera world, there's a villain, there's like a super couple, there's the sweetheart, there's the, the aged, beloved, respected elder couple, or whatever it is.
At the time, this was a cast of relative unknowns. She was the only one that was a known character, like a known actress.
She came in a couple seasons after Melrose Place had started and turned that thing upside down and made America talk about it the next day. Oh my God, Billy and Amanda.
Is that on Monday nights?
I don't know. Was it Thursdays? Because 90210 is on Thursdays. I thought it was on after 90210. The original 90210. With Jenny Garth and Shannon Doherty.
Ellen McBeal was on Mondays.
I can't remember that, but it had to have been Thursdays. It was on after,
Thursdays.
because they did a segue in 90210 to introduce Melrose Place, and Jake was the carpenter that Jenny Garth's character, Kelly, what's her name's mom, had hired.
Jake, yeah.
And then she's like, Jake is so cute. And then they
Grant Show?
Grant Show, and then they segged into where Jake goes.
Grant Show and Andrew Shue or something like that?
Yes, and Daphne Zuniga played Joe, and then Laura Layton played Sydney, Jane's sister. And then Michael Mancini, I think, was that his real name or his character name?
Character.
That was his character name? Okay, so anyway.
July 8th, 1992. So if you could find out what date July 8th, 1992 was, you'd get the day that it
you
fell
can look
on.
at it in your I'm pretty sure it was a Thursday because they had to premiere it after 9:20 to grab that audience to keep us dragged in. Anyway, Melrose Place is coming back with some of the original stars, including Heather Locklear, Laura Layton, and Daphne Zuniga. Daphne Zuniga is actually one of the producers, and the official synopsis is: when one of their dearest friends dies suddenly, the OG residents of Melrose Place gather to honor the deceased, but the pressure cooker of a reunion soon uncovers old traumas, rekindles old romances, reignites old resentments, and reveals new secrets, throwing our characters into chaotic drama that's reminiscent of the past, but with a much more modern perspective. Now, it did run from 92 to 99. There was a reboot in 2009 on the CW. It featured a younger cast, but Sydney, Laura Layton's character, was killed off like in the first 5 minutes of that reboot,
It came
which was
out
a
on
mistake.
a Wednesday.
It only lasted one season.
Wednesday, yeah.
It came out on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So then they probably really heavily promoted that.
I think it was like their power hour. Like
to push it.
Melrose on one night, 90210 on Thursday.
Oh,
'cause they were
maybe
trying to
so.
get-
Maybe so. And I remember there was a bar on Richmond called Shooters, named after the Melrose Place fictional bar
I
Shooters.
think I remember that.
And everyone
Yeah.
loved going there.
Bring back memories. I forgot about all the stuff on that show.
So we don't know when the new version is going to come out, but it's very interesting because the Melrose Place is the first time I saw a gay character be a main character on television. Doug, I don't know if his real name was Doug or his character name was
He
Doug.
was the one that was in Desperate Housewives, the husband.
Yeah, he was the husband Tom.
Yeah.
Lynette's husband Tom was a gay character on Melrose Place who was Allison's best friend, and then in real life, the woman who plays Sydney, Laura Layton, they're married
But he
with
wasn't.
kids.
He wasn't played as like how they always did in the 80s and 90s as a gay character.
He was not flamboyant.
Yeah,
It just
He just happened to be gay.
facet
Yeah.
of his personality.
Yep.
And then other, real life news. Andrew Shue, who was on Melrose Place, real life married to Amy Robach from Good Morning America, who controversially had to leave Good Morning America for her affair with her coworker TJ, and she left Andrew Shue for TJ. TJ left his wife for Amy Robach, and now Andrew Shue and TJ's wife are a couple.
What?
And Amy Robach and TJ
Yeah,
are a couple
they
in
They
real life.
switched
They did the
They just did a
spouses.
swap.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Back then, I'm looking at the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Their heyday, they had 14.8 million would
Wow.
watch that show.
So not
That-
being on
there's
one of
no
the
show
major
like,
networks
People
either.
are bragging about like the NCAA men's tournament and the women's tournament. The women's got 18, but the guys got like
Because of Caitlin
14
Clark.
million.
Yeah.
And that was impressive because in 1992, back then, Fox was not a major network. You
But
had,
it put them on the map to be one.
yeah, because you had ABC, CBS, and NBC. They were the three main networks.
It was on UHF. You had to click it over to UHF.
to
Or
get
it
to
was just like the secondary, like 20,
People don't
26
understand.
and 39.
Ultra high
Different
frequency.
stations.
like 30-year-old televisions would have two dials on them.
The problem in 1994, it was 14.1 million, and then by 99, they had 8.4.
So it was
So
dropping.
they lost a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. And also other
Every
shows
year
that
it-
come around and kind of had run its course. They kind of got crazy. But, also in Desperate Housewives, hello, Brie Vandekamp. She was Kimberly. Dr.
yeah.
Kimberly Crazy.
Oh, yeah. I
Dr.
forgot.
Kimberly Crazy.
I wonder if it's the same people. Did Darren Star do that?
I don't know. Was Darren Star part of Desperate Housewives? Because that's all the people
Spelling.
he was using, right?
Maybe.
That's funny.
And then I saw her recently. She was on an episode of Seinfeld where she was a dermatologist and
Oh,
Jerry was
right.
dating her.
Oh, my gosh.
And she's like, I save lives. And like, okay, Dr. Pimple Popper, saving lives. And she goes, I'm dealing with skin cancer.
Oh, oops.
Jennifer Coolidge from White Lotus was also a character on Seinfeld.
She was the massage therapist that Jerry dated.
Yes, and she
No
didn't.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she didn't have that voice
Oh.
that she uses.
Her eyes were open.
She just was
Yeah.
the one that would not give him a massage. Like he was always wanting to get a massage and talk about how tight his neck was, and she would never give him a
He
massage.
was
And
trying
she's a
to
massage
pressure her
therapist.
into a massage.
Yeah.
It was really uncomfortable.
And also, here's another
No ending?
crazy thing of how, for a long time, networks would
curved.
kind of use contract players like Blair Underwood, who's been in a lot of shows. He was an ABC contract guy because if a show would fail, they'd put him in another show and another show on ABC.
Because they didn't want them to leave to go to another.
But as soon as you
Right.
put him on your show, it was going to
dead.
get canceled.
But on NBC, they did the same thing back then because Kathy Griffin was a character on Seinfeld, and then she became Kathy Griffin.
I just saw her on TikTok yesterday. Her voice is weird right now. She must
From all the surgeries.
her surgery, but she was saying in her act she made fun of Jerry Seinfeld. He found out about it, wrote her a letter. She has it in her bathroom in a frame.
Oh, cool.
And then she got that role on
Making
Seinfeld
fun
to
of
make
him.
fun of him, but
Did
all
the same
because
thing.
she
And-
did that in real life. She's like, I'm just a comedian. I was just making jokes, and he was cool.
but the fact that he put her on the show, though, is huge.
That's what she
'cause
said.
that's how she got known.
Most A-listers don't like being made fun of.
Right, because then she got Seinfeld a little bit, then she got Suddenly Susan, all these things. And the chick that played Janice on Friends Forever with the Chandler Bing,
tired.
she's a normal voice actress who was a date of George's on Seinfeld.
And George slept
And her
with
parents
her.
are billionaires.
Janice's?
Yeah, they're rich.
Are they really? I'm going to have to Google
Look
that. I'm
up.
going to look it up.
And here's something funny about that. My daughter is friends with her daughter out in Los Angeles. The actress that played
Janice.
Janice on Friends.
We'll get some money from her.
The daughter doesn't have any money. Oh, yeah. I'm going to call my daughter in Los Angeles. Hey, you know your friend?
Maggie
stay at her
Wheeler's
house.
name.
Yeah. Bilk her for some money.
Hang out with
You
her.
don't
boy.
have to be rich. You guys just have rich friends.
Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
This is going down in H10. So they did a study of the top 10 counties that Americans moved to last year. 5 were in Texas. And this is according to the new population estimates from the Census Bureau. Nearly 40% of Houston's growth can be explained by international migration international.
There's time to do another international roundtable
We do need to.
here on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Actually, maybe we should do that coming up next to solicit
yes.
and talk about this because we had some questions about high school in other
culture,
countries.
high school culture in other countries.
We know
for those
American
that-
culture.
Yeah, for those that don't know, we would do this every now and again. We would ask our listeners from other countries who love the Roula and Ryan Show to come into our studio and answer questions about, different things between here and there.
But you had to live majority of your life in another
There.
country.
Yes.
But
You're a
only-
transplant to Houston from there.
Yeah, maybe you've been here 5 years, 10 years.
Okay, now no other county in the United States had a higher natural population increase than right here in Harris County.
We're all natural.
No, it means that more people were being
natural.
born than passing away. They had about 35,000 more births than deaths. So Houston, Harris County in particular, is just growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Swanging and banging. Yep. Hey, I want to tell everybody, I want to remind everybody,
Sounds like I'm part of that.
Saturday morning, y'all, I'd love to see anybody who has been impacted by loss of a loved one or somebody that they know. The Fort Bend Hike for Hope is happening Saturday morning. That's April 13th at Brazos River Park in Sugar Land. I did this last year. It's a truly inspiring, beautiful thing that you will see. Registration's at 8 a.m. The event is from 9 to 11 a.m. We just do a 5K walk, and it benefits the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It just
The weather would be nice,
such
too,
a
so.
warm feeling. When we were there last year, I just asked everybody, please, everybody right now, just say the name of the person that left you, that impacted your life, and to see hundreds and hundreds, I think it was almost 1,000 people who all suffered this loss. And everybody was there for the same purpose. And I'd like to invite everybody to come out Saturday morning in Sugar Land. If you're in crisis, please call the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. And that's what's going down in H-Town.
All right, coming up next, we do want to find out from you if you are newer to Houston from another country. We want you to call us at 713-390-KRBE. We're going to explain how the round table is going to work with the worldwide round table next on the Roula and Ryan Show.